Damaris successfully sued her former employer, Tribunal. She successfully sued for unfair dismissal, but did lose her claim for automatic unfair dismissal. She also lost her claim for victimisation. Damaris was actually never issued a contract of employment. Tribunal also lacked the basic policies. They didn't have a disciplinary policy, a grievance policy, a policy dealing with harassment and inequality, or a social media policy. And Dan, who was Damaris's partner, had ended up resigning as there was a bit of a kerfuffle about whether he was drinking on shift or not. And after resigning, he turned to Facebook. He posted an overheard at University of Lincoln, which has approximately 20,000 members. And I know you're all nosy like me, so you can pause to read. However, within 20 minutes, the moderators in the Facebook group had taken the post down. As Dan had also put it on his personal Facebook, Damaris then shared this on her Facebook and on her Snapchat. She said she was concerned to protect female customers. And employees at Tribunal actually contacted Dan to take the post down. And Damaris ended up actually deleting her post on both Snapchat and Facebook. The managers had seen the post and invited Damaris to a meeting. And she did try and defend it a bit by saying that the comments were more about the owner than actually Tribunal itself. And the managers did say that some of the claims were just not true. They did ask her if she wanted to put a complaint in against his behaviour, and she said that she did. After she was dismissed, there was a meeting with the rest of the employees asking if they wanted to bring up any issues, but the Employment Tribunal said there was no process to enable staff to speak up about sexual harassment. And Damaris was suspended immediately. No investigation was ever carried out. And they carried out a disciplinary with no disciplinary policy. And Damaris was dismissed for gross misconduct. The tribunal did, however, find that Damaris was dismissed because of the allegations she'd made about their health and safety procedure and not the allegation of sexual harassment. And they did fail when they dismissed her because they didn't tell her about her right to appeal. The tribunal did say that they didn't find any evidence that Damaris had acted willfully to harm Tribunal. And they didn't have any policy to define this as gross misconduct. And the tribunal found that this behaviour didn't amount to gross misconduct. They found that Tribunal could have done more to find out about what had happened with the post, and that the dismissal was procedurally unfair, and that there are a number of failings in the procedure followed by Tribunal. They were also concerned that the same person doing the investigation was also the one that made the decision to dismiss, and that dismissal is not within the range of reasonableness, and that they failed to comply with a legal obligation to protect staff from sexual harassment. So we'll wait and see how much she gets. There has been an update to her case. She got just over £3,000 in compensation. It was just over £3,000 awarded in compensation. Half the compensation was agreed before the tribunal. Found that she did mitigate her losses. To the significant procedural failings, she also got a 20% uplift. The breakdown of the compensation includes loss of learnings, payment for the notice period, a basic